Hello everyone, welcome to Fear for Breakfast. My name is Win, and today I am having a special guest here with me. He is my really good friend. He also my old cellie. Uh, Back in 2003, I met him there at Salinas Valley State Prison. Okay, Tin, can you introduce yourself a little bit?
Hello, everybody. My name is Tang. Um, I'm a formerly juvenile lifer. I paroled from prison in 2017, um, but I didn't get released right away when I was paroled because I have a ICE hold. So on the same day I was paroled from prison, ICE official came and detained me. From then on, I was detained in ICE immigration for another 8 months. So I was finally released on April 9, 2018. So I've been out in the community a little over 3 years now, and I'm up parole. And currently, I'm working as a tattoo artist.
Okay, so if you're interested in Tin Tang tattoo, if you're planning to get a new one or you planning to fix your old one, uh, I'm going to drop off his information on my website, and you can contact me later on. Uh, but today I'm gonna ask you, Tin, like something like everybody else. What is the one fear that you would like to share for today's interview?
Um, so the one fear I have is getting deported back to Vietnam, because as of this moment, I am still actively under deportation, and the main reason I'm still here is because Vietnam is not accepting me back at the moment, but that doesn't mean that they will not, because just like any other law there is, it could change. So if somehow, some way the immigration law change, then I have a very high chance of getting deported back to Vietnam, which is a country um, I have no recollection of, because my parents took me and my older brother at that time, and we fled Vietnam back in 1978, because we don't believe in the communist government. We don't believe how a country is supposed to be under a dictatorship. That's why we escaped. Um, so that's one fear that I have at the moment, being separated from my family.
We were impacted by the system and also sharing a similar experience, which is an immigration issue, deportation. However, I can only imagine, and I don't know how is this fear has affected you, teen, or how you react to this fearful force. Would you like to share your own experience when usually it's arise and how you cope with it?
Um, so yeah, it arises quite often, and to be honest, I I think about my deportation order, but not every day, is every week, because I say technically I am still under deportation, active deportation. It's just the fact that Vietnam is not accepting me back at the moment. But just like any other law, it could be changed. Will be changed, then there's a very good chance ICE gonna come deport me again, detain me, and eventually deport me back to Vietnam. So how I cope with it is just accept the fact and the situation for what it is. It's something that's beyond my control. Meaning I cannot tell the ICE official not to deport me, because if they have the order, or if they have the authority to deport me, they're gonna deport me. So it's like I cannot tell them what to do, because that's a job. So that's beyond my control. But at the same time, I recognize that I cannot let my active deportation prevent me to live my life, meaning work, pay my bill, uh, have time with my family and friends, and just go about my day-to-day activity. So, in other words, I'm focused more on what I could do in the situation in terms of my deportation. I focus on how I could improve my situation, how I can get my deportation removed, and how I could just live my life to the best ability I could. Um, so, what helped me the most is just being grateful, right? Just being grateful, being out here with my family and friends, even though I'm under active deportation. But I'm focused. I'm focused on right now and right here in the present moment of what I have, like, like for example, like the interview I'm doing with my good friend right now, Troy, right? I'm focusing on people that's willing to help me, if they in a position to help me. I'm focusing on people that it's gonna be positive around me, give me positive energy, so I could go and wish on my goal to do stuff that I need to do to be a productive member of society. So that's how I've been coping with the situation I'm in.
Teen, many custody people that been through a harsh environment or many battles between life and death. I know you had been through many prison riots and other fearful situations. In your opinion, what is good and what is bad to have this type of experience that you've been through?
Wow, that's kind of a hard question. So I'll probably going to start off with the good first. so the good part about going through like a life changing experience, like um, what I gone through when I was in prison and also in immigration detention, is it just made me more appreciative of life, like value the things I still have in life, as opposed to just looking at things that I don't have, or like um, I'm lacking in my life or something like that. So it's good in a way that I gone through what I've gone through. I'm not saying that prison is a good thing. No, prison is not a good experiment or environment, nothing. But for me, I it taught me how to cope with my anger issue. It taught me how to be uh, more positive outlook in life. Um, it gave me courage to understand not everybody's perfect. You know, it gave me a sense of empathy for other people, especially when the person that I'm around with, we don't see things like on the same page, like eye to eye. It give me understanding. It give me the courage to accept a person for who they are, like not to judge people. So that's the good side of what I've gone through. Um, so the bad side of of my experience is it's just that the things that I gone through is still within me, meaning that I cannot just forget about what I gone through when I was incarcerated. There's still time that um, I feel like I'm not comfortable around with people that I don't know, for example, because being in prison, for example, I was living in a controlled environment for more than half of my life. So I've just been out in the community for a little over 3 years. So 3 years compared to about 22 years of incarceration is not even 10%. Yeah, being out. I mean, so I kind of feel like there's still a lot of stuff that I have to learn, that I have to adjust back into society, because I've been away for so long, and I still need time to fully get a grip on life out here. So that's the bad side of it. But you know, I have good support network. I'm getting the hang of it.
Thank you so much for sharing, Tin, and thank you for your willingness to come to do this type of interview with me. I remember when we were at Lancaster prison, I read your parole transcript, and the commissioners commended you that you had put together one of the best parole packages that they ever seen before. One of my favorites is the relapse and prevention plan. I know that one of the tools to deal with stress that you had mentioned is making food. I discovered this tool is also applied to me as well. Thank you so much for your wisdom and knowledge. So let's get back to our tradition. Today we will use prison recipe to comfort our stress. And so we're gonna go there, move to that area right there at the table, and we're gonna make some delicious prison food. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's move over there.